everyone, and welcome to Fox's cooking show. Today we're doing Korean egg bread. And when we say Korean egg bread, we're thinking of bread. We're thinking Korean, which is beef. So if you're a meat eater, this is going to be a really good thing. It's very much pork. That's right, pork. But there is a lot of prep time for this, so if you're not really ready for this kind of prep time, maybe you should look at some of the other stuff. Or maybe not cook most Korean foods, because it requires a lot of prep, actually. So, first prep is, you've got to cook a ham. Now, if you don't know how to cook a ham, here's a quick thing. You buy the ham. You defrost the ham. And when I say defrost, I mean not like regular meat where you have all the blood come out, because essentially, you know, blood is always going to be there unless it's like lukewarm, which is really bad because we have another issue to worry about with bacteria forming on your food and you eating it. Basically, when it's cold but not so cold that it's like you're punching concrete, you put it in the oven, you glaze it. Now you can glaze it yourself with mustard or honey or even jelly. Yes, regular old jelly, depending on what you like. You can glaze it with a couple of seasoned. Ham seasoning would be basically the same thing as steak. Cayenne pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, you know, and plus the glaze, which ultimately is the awesome part of it all. Put a little water in there so, you know, keep it moist. Keep pouring it in and check on it. And really, basically, to 2.5 hours at the most. Yep, you need 2.5 hours. It's basically, you put it, after you put everything in, you're done. But, after you're done, and I have a sliced one, so this makes it super much easier. And right now, it's actually on sale at Aldi's, if you have an Aldi's by you, or at many other places, because it's off-season. And ham right now is off-season, and also we're going slowly into Lent, so obviously a lot of things are going to be more expensive. So if you like fish, like a lot of you do, and you said, well, I'm going to cook the recipe from last time, well, it's going to be super expensive now, so congratulations. Probably should wait till after Lent, because that's what most people are eating for Lent. So we cooked the ham. Next part, we need to get our ingredients. So let's show everyone the ingredients. Now, the original recipe has that you actually make the cornbread essentially breading. And I'm going to put in the comment section and, you know, description section, basically, that has actually how to do it. But I wanted a quick way, so I used Jiffy cornbread. That's right. I have 3 boxes of it. Now, you can add on to it and actually do more. But essentially, you only have to use this. Now, additionally, with Jiffy cornbread, you need milk, 1/3, 1 egg. Now, this is Korean egg bread, right? So, Korean egg bread requires you to use a lot of eggs. Now, my kids are actually allergic to eggs, so we're going to use the minimum, which is only 1 egg for the Jiffy, and we're not going to put an egg on top of it like usually it does to cook it in, because we want to reduce it. But I'll tell you when you're supposed to add it in, and in the description it'll show exactly how to do it and the ingredients. So if you want to do this by exact, you can. But this is a short, quick way. We need egg. We need our Jiffy, or the actual thing, eggs. If you're using Jiffy, you need 3, plus the additional, like maybe 4 at most, because you're cracking the egg over the meat, the bread itself, and basically cooking it all around. So you need plates. Now they use a muffin thing, but you don't have to use muffin. I'm gonna kind of cook it like it's a kind of a bread-esque kind of thing, where it's just open it up. It's awesomeness. So we're going to mix it all together instead of just and make it amazing. You don't need salt and pepper. You don't need a lot of seasoning, because essentially the seasoning is the food, because obviously you seasoned the ham already. And remember, this is a meat lovers thing. Bacon. Now, I'm using uncooked bacon, and that's why we separated the ham and the bacon for cut up. And we're going to cut it up to this amount. So this is your prep time if you're thinking of cooking it. And we're cutting up the meat. Now the meat was already sliced, but we need to cut it up a little bit because remember, is every bite we want to put it in, so it's going to be really small. You can put it actually smaller. I just wanted chunks, so every time you bite into it, it's chunks, it's chunks, it's chunks. And then finally, parsley. Yes, parsley. Add on to that magic beef and cheese. Now, any cheese that you want. I like Mexican style if you haven't seen all the videos, and I really like it. Now, if you hear in the background, my cat is, wow, he is a meat lover also, and he is, ooh, want this meat. No, Jordan. I gave him a couple meat pieces, so he's okay. Now, if you are not keen on milk, soy milk, everybody, that's right. We didn't add soy milk because my kid can process processed milk, so we're good on that. But the egg, we're going to kind of steer clear. But remember, I'm going to tell you exactly when the egg is supposed to be added if you use the original recipe. So don't worry about that. Now, if you use a cornbread, this part is kind of easy and you can probably just skip it and get to the next part of the video. But if you haven't, we're going to just basically do this. We've already added the eggs and we've added some of the milk. No matter what ingredients say, it's always best to make sure that you get everything you need out of it. So if you need to add a couple more to it, it's better that you do, all right? Because at the end of the day, you want no lumps, and you want it to taste good. Now we're going to check back later after the lumps, and we're going to add in our meat and parsley and really get to town. So first video, we'll see what happens next. All right, bye-bye.